Hey guys, welcome back to Tarot by Cherie. How's everybody doing on this Sunday morning? All right, we're going to get started on this reading today. This is today's reading, Aquarius. I also have a burning question. It just keeps popping into my head as far as what should we be focused on today. And I am going to ask, in a little bit, I'm going to ask that question because it's just, swirling around in my head, and we're going to see what Spirit has as far as an answer. But let's get started on today's reading and see what else they have for us here. All right, so right off the get-go, what I heard was, Aquarius, your hardships are going to be balanced out very soon. These are things that have been on your mind heavily, all right? Things that you are extremely focused on that have been kind of pulling at your spirit. There's good news around finances as well. And the sun tells us that happier times are coming for you, okay? So this is very positive. This is telling you right here, as I said, that things are going to start coming in and balancing out and bringing in happiness for my aquas. Okay, let's continue. All right, so Aquarius, there's something going on in your head. You're focused on, you're using your intuition on this, things that are going on behind the scenes that you're unaware of. So it looks like there's something you want, but there was setbacks, and you're trying to figure out how to jump over this setback or how to push through it, push past it, and get the very things that you're needing and wanting. You know, Spirit is saying that there is movement with this wish of yours, okay? So this is for all of you. Every single one of my Aquariuses is in some phase of want right now, something you're wanting. We've all experienced these setbacks. And if we're using our intuition, and they're telling us over and over again how strong our intuition is and how powerful we are, okay? So the things that are, not showing up for you, or these unknown things behind the scenes that have been getting in the way, okay? And these are, I just felt and heard, these are energies of sort, okay? Some kind of energy that have been getting in the way and giving you, or causing these setbacks, I should say. All right, these energies are now changing. They're changing for the better. They're coming in a more positive way for you, Aquarius, and a lot of you are feeling this positive energy coming in. I'm very curious if you're feeling this positive energy. Please comment below the video and just put positive energy. Let me know how you're doing, Aquarius. All right, so here I'm picking up on two masculines. One is like a fatherly figure, I want to say. And next to this fatherly figure, I'm seeing the King of Swords, along with the Justice card. So this has something to do with two masculines. This King of Swords getting a Justice with the Emperor, with this father figure. So I don't know. There's going to be some communication, actually. I can speak. Going to be some communication coming in regarding a path that you need to take. And I'm speaking to a masculine who there's some involvement with your father, I want to say, that is going to come in as a justice for you. When I say come in as a justice, it just means that something very positive is going to come out of this. And there is a path that you're going to take. It looks like maybe you're going to bring in communication to this father that you haven't spoken to in a really long time. You haven't spoken to your father, okay, in a long time. And I'm seeing that the energies surrounding us are changing our perceptions, changing our thoughts, and, really allowing us to see things as they really, truly are. And in a way, it's changing our perceptions to to balance them out so that we're now seeing in the correct perception, in the right perception. The perception that might have been clouded before, through just all that third dimensional thinking and judgmental type things, and, us being quick to anger, quick to make judgments and make decisions before we put any real thought into things. So if you're a masculine and you've been thinking about calling dad, do it, because you're going to get a really positive reaction. Okay? So, all right, let's continue. I'm seeing the Hermit here next to the Stuckness card. All right, so this is for my Aquas that have been feeling stuck lately. All right, you've also been spending time alone because of this stuckness. So for a lot of you, you reached this precipice, okay, where it used to be where you wanted to be around a lot of people, you wanted to be distracted from your issues, your problems, and just get your mind taken off of these things. But now I'm seeing something different with my Aquariuses for the most part. Okay, you're spending more time by yourselves in the quiet, which, we're talking about this on the daily, guys. You need to be spending time in the quiet so that you can get your brain to start thinking again, because we've been on autopilot. We've basically, that was done purposely, with the cell phone scrolling, and we go in our car, we turn the radio on, we go home, we put the TV on, we're sleeping with the TV on. Like, all of this noise is preventing us from thinking clearly, getting this clear clarity type of thinking that we used to have. Okay, now everything's just a distraction. So you've been spending time alone in the quiet, and therefore I'm seeing some type of okay, for a lot of you, what this is gonna do is it's gonna bring in some type of celebratory feeling with this Queen of Cups. And I'm seeing the two of you here. I'm seeing the feminine as the Queen of Cups, which she's an empath, and I'm seeing you as the Knight of Cups. So the two of you, this could be reconnections, I want to say, reconnecting from people in the past. This is also connecting with others from another life, my loves. Okay, so yeah, a lot of you are going to be making connections with people that you haven't known from another life. And, these are going to be good connections, though. Usually when, like, see, we have the Queen of Cups with the Knight of Cups. These relationships tend to be very volatile. This means that you've known each other from a distant life and you've got to complete something. You've come back. You will meet again in this lifetime to complete something that was incomplete. All right. And generally speaking, these types of relationships are very passionate. And sometimes, after you complete whatever is needed to complete, you go your separate ways, but not all the time. And in this case, for a lot of you, this feeling here is more so like a soulmate type of a feel. All right. So remember, we talked about the higher vibrating people that are coming in now. So we have choice, guys. We have free choice with everything in life, pretty much. Okay. Even the things that you think you didn't have a choice to make, you might have. Okay. But it's just the way you perceived it that you're thinking you didn't. All right. So when we first meet people and we're going slowly and we're purposefully trying to get to know them before we're allowing our heart, before we, set our heart loose and allow ourselves to just open our hearts to people, we need to be careful. We need to protect our hearts, right? Because we, not doing that, a year down the road, all of a sudden you're seeing a side of somebody, sometimes, well, all the time, people are on their best behavior when they first meet, correct? So, that's a given. But then we start to notice as we get to know somebody, it could be, 3 months down the road, 6 months to a year, all of a sudden we start seeing things like, oh my God, they're suddenly quick to anger, or they're suddenly, you know, calling me names and, going over the line. And, you know what I'm getting at here. Okay. So it's very important to protect your heart, okay, with love when getting involved. And getting involved with anyone actually should be protecting your heart. Even family members who are trying to get closer to you. If you know they're negative and you know that they're third dimensional, when I say third dimensional, I don't mean they're not as good as you or you're better than them. I just mean their way of thinking and their inability to open their mind to what is coming, to spiritual matters, to waking up, basically, to wanting to know what is going on in the world, what is going on around them, not just in their little bubble, seeing things differently. Like, when you wake up, you see that we are all connected, instead of looking at your problems in your household, say, your child spilled something on the floor. Some people get so upset, in that state of gratefulness that I talked to you about on the daily, that will raise your vibration. Being in that state, it will make you a happier person if you get in that state and remind yourself on the daily to stay there. Something, little things will upset us, but when we raise our vibration and we see things for what they are, we learn to let those small things roll off our back and understand that, there's people out there suffering, that are living in their cars, that are, living in tents in the woods in the freezing cold. Like, in the scheme of things, the things that upset us, we begin to see them as they are, just small things, maybe small inconveniences, what have you, right? But I see a lot of you getting back to this, which is, sorry, I went off on a tangent there. This is those relationships, those high vibing people that are here. You can now start over, guys, and get into a relationship for once in your life that is going to go smoother, that is going to be more respectful and loving and giving and happier, offer more happiness. All right. So, this is something that should make a lot of you feel confident in, because it's really your choice, knowing that it's really your choice. That was my point. All right. You're the one who's choosing the person you end up with. So at the end of the relationships, when the marriages end, when the, boyfriend, girlfriend relationships end, when we take a look at it, instead of pointing the finger, understand that all of our choosings are our responsibilities, and it's also our responsibilities to choose the right thing for ourselves, which is part of putting ourselves on that pedestal, loving and nurturing ourselves, protecting ourselves like nobody else. Like no one else is going to do. All right. I'm seeing you guys picking a new path here. I'm seeing my Aquarius's kind of, doing this deep dive recently, like soul searching, looking at your whole life, like where you've come from, where you want to go, where you want to be, and just reviewing everything and knowing more so that you're a creator and you're getting ready to create your lives in a different way here. And I'm seeing decisions being made for Aquarius on where you're going, your future. A lot of you are looking at your future right now. And guys, I'm offering a $20 reading, by the way. If you're interested, you can click on the description below the video. It's $20 for a 10-minute reading. I have other services there too you might want to take a look at. But like I was saying, you're going to be making these decisions, but this time you're going to be more careful about your choosings. You're going to want to bring in happiness now. And you're going to be, all right, so we have the Queen of Swords here. So this is next to the Ace of Wands. So The Queen of Swords is someone who's very decisive. Talk about making decisions. So again, in this layout, this is just really showing us that your spirit, your personality is really going to be not so much your personality, your essence. You're going to really be focused on what you're choosing, what you're pulling into your life, and you're just only wanting, Aquarius, the things that are going to benefit you. All right, you're just coming in strong right now, very decisive, choosing things that are going to be good for you, that are going to show growth, that are going to this card here is very spiritual. Like, you see this hand coming out of nothing, right, handing you off this wand, this wand that has growth on it, the leaves. They're showing you that this card is showing you you're capable of this growth by your choosing. All right, so very important. The point they're trying to make right here, guys, is it's very important in the things that you're choosing for yourself right now. Be very careful. Be very, you know, just make good decisions for yourself. All right, here they're showing, we have the Devil card with the Nine of Wands. All right, now with the Nine of Wands, this is usually like setbacks, okay, and just being tired, feeling like you've been embattled, you've gone through this embattlement, okay. And for a lot of you, this looks like, you know, just a lot of negativity, negative things that you've gone through in your life, whether, you know, it's been divorce for a lot of you, or it's just been toxic relationships for a lot of you. But if you think about it, you know, these are things that you had chosen for yourself. All right. But something else is happening here. Something else that is really unexplainable is happening, and it's very spiritual, guys. All right, so with the Ace of Pentacles, this is new beginnings. This is new starts and new beginnings coming into our lives. For some of you, this could also mean like a new job experience, a new career, something where you're going to have this new financial beginning. Okay, and this looks very promising with this Knight of Wands here. Okay, and with the Knight of Wands, this is your confidence, guys. Okay, so, and there's also success involved in this card. So looking at this entire layout, they're just saying you're changing, Aquarius. Big changes are coming in for you, and you're the one who's bringing them in for yourselves instead of waiting around for life to just change for you. All right, so you're going from all of these bad experiences, from the you know, from what was once, from the I'm sorry, I'm all over the place today, I can't think, you know, from the past. You're going from, you know, everything that's in the past. You guys have let a lot of this go. So this was part of the purge that we've talked about, right? A lot of you have purged most of that negativity out of your life. And I see all this positivity coming in, and I see growth, success, and happiness. A lot of happiness overflowing from your cup, guys, okay? Let's continue. All right, I'm seeing, for somebody, I'm seeing something's going on for you today concerning abundance and this King of Pentacles. So I feel like this King of Pentacles might be juggling money. And this is coming from some type of ending. So, and it's causing a lot of stress, So this is a king who I feel is doing some spite work. This could be, somebody who is possibly a divorce or separation, who was the breadwinner or had brought in half of the finances and is now using the finances, holding the finances over your head. Okay, and yeah, just being very spiteful. Just juggling the money. Wow. And this has to do with an ending. All right, so we're going to go into this deck right here, this angelic deck that I love. It's so on point. I love talking with the angels, and they love talking to us. And I wanted to ask the question for today. What was my question, guys? When I get to the end of the reading, I always forget what I wanted to talk about. But what should we be focusing on right now, Spirit? What should we be focusing on right now, today? Please and thank you. All right, guys, let's see what's up. What should we be focusing on? Okay. Let's see. Missing opportunity. Relationship that continues to grow. Time to rest or take a vacation. Okay. Wow, I just noticed something here. So what we've been talking about with the Groundhog Day, all right, they're saying overall there's a feeling of discontentment or boredom, okay? And some of you have missed some opportunities, and the boredom is just really, getting to you guys. It's just like, it's just making you kind of just numb. You're not even looking for opportunities. You're just so your mind is like been shocked by boredom. All right, but here they're talking about forgiveness and the resolution of conflicts. All right, so guys, I'm not talking about people that you've separated from because they're sucking the life out of you and they're making you crazy. That should be a stay. All right, because you don't want to be sucked back into that third dimensional, that feel where we have all those horrible emotions, like, just fear, anger, shame, and the people around us that know how to push our buttons, that pull us back into those emotions. We're now moving away from those emotions. And if you're asking yourselves, how is that possible? All right, when we're moving into these new dimensions with these new things that will be coming in for us, and they've already started coming in for us, okay, we are going to, our lives are just going to be much simpler, easier. We're going to learn a lot of things that were hidden from us. We are going to learn about who we truly are and our powers. And we're going to have things that are going to make us healthier, more abundant, wealthier, and just overall wanting to be different toward each other. Okay. And this fifth dimension we're moving into is all about love. And if we are not operating from love, we will not be able to hold that energy. We will not be in that fifth dimension. And it's hard to explain, like, well, what do you mean if I choose to be there and use all the cool stuff, then I'm in there, right? Not really, because take, for instance, the third dimensionals that are very closed-minded right now. If you show them something that they've never used before, seen before, they're not open to it because they don't believe that it works or something like that, right? And they're just being closed to it. And you'll get a reaction from them like, well, you use that first. You go first and we'll see what happens to you. Ha 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 ha. And these people, even when they see these beautiful, awesome things coming in, these helpful things, they're closed-minded. So they're not going to take advantage of these things. They're going to stay where they are and just try to feel safe in that little, they think they're happy, that little happy bubble they think they're in. All right, so that is an example of what I'm talking about. So we are going to eventually be miles away from these people in our thought processes, in our happiness levels, in our vibrational levels, what we are and aren't willing to accept into our lives. And this is all about being very protective over yourselves, guys. That's why I'm always talking to you about, being protective and putting yourself on this pedestal, viewing yourself like you deserve to have this beautiful treatment, because you guys, my queens and kings out there, you deserve it. And you're so very important in this plate. You have no idea how important you are. Okay, so that being said, They're saying work on these relationships that will continue to grow closer. So bring in these new high vibrating people. I always say I'd rather have 2 or 3 high vibrating people in my life that know how to lift people up, that are loving and giving, not ashamed to say to their friend, I love you, I'm here for you, I support you. Do you need anything when they're in their time of need, and vice versa? Versus, name calling and judging and, putting you down. Like, that's a huge difference. All right. So, we're going to get out of this state of boredom now, hopefully, and start looking toward things like this. All right. They're also saying, think before you make your decisions. Put a lot of thought into your decisions, okay? For a lot of you, start meditating. I know for a lot of us with the distractions in life, even myself, I got away from meditating. And, every time I try to bring myself back, it's very difficult because my thoughts are moving away from what I'm doing. But I think everyone has that issue when they're meditating. So if you focus on your breath and don't push your thoughts away, just notice them when you're meditating. Just, all those distracting thoughts coming in, just say, huh, oh, that's weird thinking about that. All right. And just let it, let it do its thing. Let it just linger. Let it, just bring your focus back to the breathing, back to your breaths, and take those nice steady breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth, and close your eyes and envision the things that we have visuals of are very important, and they can totally relax you depending on what you're seeing with your eyes closed, okay? And we are very visual, so we can do that without a problem. They're also saying that today, guys, a lot of you that can afford to, start planning a little vacation for yourselves, okay? Take some downtime and relax. Take a chill pill. Take a little break from all of the, hubbub of everything, okay? So that is today's reading, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a fabulous Sunday. This is a great Sunday reading. It was a long one, so you guys can relax and check it out, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.